I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? It is a great day. Oh my gosh, I am so very excited to have a doctor on the show today. Dr. Ruby Ward is with us, and she wrote a book that, you may want to check out, because before like vote for a president, you need to read this book. So we're going to go ahead and have Dr. Ruby Ward on right now. Welcome to the show, doctor. How are you?
Great.
Awesome. Awesome. Wow. So let's go back a little bit. Let's go back and find out, why did you write this book in the first place? What propelled you to write a book like this?
Well, it goes back a long time ago, I guess about 30 years ago, when I really got sick. And I was always a Christian. And to me, I just grew closer to God at the same time. And then I just was just thinking about politics, and I like to get involved in things around me, and especially where I can witness to somebody about the truth.
Mhm.
So what I did, I was searching. I said, hey, I don't see a book on here to say anything about how to select the president. And to me, it's more than just selecting a person.
Mhm.
You know, and especially the one of the things I saw that was different was that it wasn't spiritual. So
Mhm.
most of my books that I write, and God told me to write these books, are spiritual, connecting the spiritual life,
Mhm.
because the spiritual life is true. But this life that we living in is temporary, and it will leave. But the true life is in the spirit and not in the flesh. So that's why I wrote this book, to educate people and to be more knowledgeable on who they select, and probably look in their background to see that. Since America is a state where we can be free to serve the Lord, we need a leader. And out of all the presidents that have been in so far, I only see two who maybe not walking in as a Christian. That's why.
Right.
Okay.
I got you. I got you. It is important that we definitely check out the backgrounds of our presidents and our
Mhm.
leaders, Congress
Yeah.
people and senators, all the mayors and whoever else is representing us. As we look forward to this next presidency, what would be the one thing that your book would help with someone when they're voting? Because this is turning out to be very interesting. This whole thing is really interesting right now.
Well, I would say the basic thing is the background of your president. And secondly, I would say to know that he is a Christian. I have some type of what is that, American Christianity. As the United States has said, and our forefathers, they also had led us in the way to be success. So,
Mhm.
if you want to be success, I think that you really have to be a leader, has to always have time to pray, and also to talk more on the spirit. It continued our spiritual growth from our forefathers, that was a
Yeah.
long time ago. So that's why I would say, and right now, see, you get somebody in there that didn't grow up as a Christian in the United States, then you don't have a background of what they are, Christian or non-Christian. Are
Mhm.
they saved or non-saved? And to me, that's the most important issue with a person background, because we know that there's two type of people in the world. You either saved or you unsaved, and we know that it's very demonic. You either with God according to the Bible, in Genesis 2:17, is either good or bad. and you either serve a God, Satan, or you serve Jesus. So it's this that simple. So that's why I was saying to when you support a leader that support Jesus, then you know that we're gonna have the blessings from Jesus. But just to put somebody in there that is representing Satan, we're not gonna have any blessings. So
Mm, mm,
that's
mm.
my main reason I would
Wow.
say.
Wow. So your book really, really goes into detail about how and why we need to go ahead and read it and be careful in selecting a president of the United States, especially like someone who's supposed to represent the masses. It hasn't really happened too many times that a president can really speak clearly and for everyone. And I find it very difficult to say that even it doesn't really matter if it's the president. To me, any kind of representative speaking for us all, I don't think it has happened where all of us are in in unity on that. What does your book teach the regular person, like a voter? What can we get from this book so that we can be even more careful about how we do this and the process by which you put?
Well, that's a good question because it's all in there. And I would say that uh, how to make sure in the book, I have the book right here with me. It's
Mm-hmm.
the outline here is very important to look at the outline because with the outline we can look at some of the questions that are missing. And I
Mm-hmm.
got most people would struggle more in the life. And as we see right now, having a president in there that really does not look at the interests of the people, we're not going to be blessed. So that's one reason why I talked about, the need to improve and continue that we be able to have our freedom and our democracy.
Mm-hmm.
That is very important. And it talk about that's exactly right, being aware of the spiritual impact on politics, and also the requirement of duties of the president. We don't need a president in there that divide us. So it
Mm-hmm.
talks about what if you're going to vote, you want somebody that unify us, and you from those different steps I have in there, it would definitely change your mind because it's not looking at a person and that person can be good on the outside, but really uh, uh in inside he's not supporting the United States.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what we had to look at, somebody that not splitting the our country, but
Mhm.
working for our country. And that's what I was saying. And I gave some type of identity because I see a lot of people following the lead, but I mean, they try to buy you with money, and money is not the issue. I would
Right.
say, hey, God, or any day over money being bought. And I know
Mhm.
people need things, but it get worse when you are bought because you the person come out on the far end of the stick. You see,
Yeah.
you had to be careful about being bought. Your mind, a vote, and that's why I was telling you that's not the issue. But the issue is bringing us together and also being aware of the spiritual impact on politics.
Right.
And right now, as we see, the spirit is very much needed in there and the church,
Oh
but
yeah.
right now, in different things in the world, I talk about people that grow up in the United States that are voted here have a better chance of understanding our system of
Mhm.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I love it that you have there all of the things that you're talking about in the chapters. And what I really, really like is that you have like the first part and then the second part. Being aware of the spiritual impact on politics, it's huge. It is so important that we are aware of that, and we are aware that there are influences other than the way that this whole democracy has been set up, that has influenced our leaders in a negative way and has taken them away from what the people themselves truly believe. And I truly, truly love that. I think that people need to really, truly get this book. The elections are coming up and everything is going crazy. Darling, 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 darling. I am telling you right now, it's like a circus out there. I am telling you right now, I'm like, what is going on? What is happening? Really? Really? Oh, goodness. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I see what you mean because
Mm-hmm.
maybe, if they had this book, that it would have changed their life. That you're not about keep God as the main leader in selecting a president. I
Yep.
would say that's the reason why America has been so great. And that is one of the reasons why people were trying to come to America. So they want to be part of this great American.
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
from traveling to different country, I would say that our system is set up on spirituality, Christianity, God.
Mm-hmm.
We had to know someone in the world. We know that there is some supernatural superior God somewhere.
Right. Definitely, definitely. I agree with you. I agree with you there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I have the QR code in the corner over there so that people can also get that, but they can also get that on the Yaya Diamond Book Club on Amazon Fire. The link is over there in the description as well as on the QR code in the corner. And I'm so thankful that you have written a book like this because, people do need instructions. What? A lot of people don't even know what the president of the United States does. And they only get like, what is it, $56,000 a year. So I'm trying to figure out where the millionaire status comes from. But whatever the case may be, whatever the case may be, I think that this book is really, really a great guide into understanding how to vote and what is essential in voting and how one needs to perceive the person that is actually running. I want to thank you so much for being on the show. Is there anything that we missed today that you would like to say to your listeners?
Oh, I was trying to think of maybe if you are a Christian, today is a good day to prove that you are a Christian when you vote. And that's what we want to continue the
Mm-hmm.
growth in this, because not only does the voting, but we have a life that we had to live in America. Our children had to grow up, and to grow up with good immorality, good good training, a spiritual training. It makes a difference on all of these drugs and alcohol. I hear that is crippling our children now. So
Yeah.
we had to put people in there that want to support that, also, our holy society, and that's one reason I have children and I think about them all the time. And being in America has been one of the best places that anybody could grow up in.
Definitely. I agree with you 100%. Thank you so much, Dr. Ward, for being on the show. I truly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different, but most of all, don't forget to go to that QR code and check that out. If you're serious about voting this year and you really want to make the right decision or the best decision that you can make according to, some different things that you probably don't understand at this moment in time, I would say go ahead and get the book or check it out for yourself and see if that's something that you'll be interested in. Voting is a big deal. And listen, you have to live with your decision for 4 years. So
Yes.
do that wisely, okay,
I want
guys?
to say one other thing. Thank you for
Yes.
inviting me, and also thank you for inviting me to this program. And I remember Michael Petro is one of the literary person that agree with some of the things in the book, and I thank him there for helping me out. Thank you.
Awesome.
Here.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you're welcome anytime to come back. As soon as you write a new book or you want to come back, you are welcome anytime.
Okay. Well, now I know what to expect, and you are beautiful. And thanks you so much. Here.
Thank you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. And until next time, guys, bye.